Hello, I'm still sick by the way, so yeah, there's that. Anyway, Saltiest Gaming. His career, if you want to call it that, is probably gonna die within the next couple of weeks, and I decided, I wanted to make one last video on him for old time's sake. Now, you might be wondering, what happened? So essentially, it all started when King Thrash made a tweet which has now been deleted, but basically he's made a couple of tweets about how Fritanga Plays is a racist, and he showed like a bunch of Discord messages from Fritanga where he says some slurs, but we'll see that in a little bit, okay? Anyway, he made that tweet. David Jaffe responded because David Jaffe had just done a podcast with Fritanga and Oh No's Alex about racists not liking Forspoken, kind of.
Wait, this is the guy who less than a week ago was telling me that I was inventing racist boogeymen when complaining about Forspoken. If those screen grabs are authentic, I am stunned. I shouldn't be, but I am. What a sad, broken man.
Now, Saltiest Gaming decided to respond to David Jaffe, which basically then ended his career, or started at the end of his career. It's hilarious. Get ready to point and laugh at the imbecile boys.
Yes, it is. But, at David Jaffe, it was 6 years ago, so he's not racist anymore. Give me a break.
And here he's basically saying, it doesn't matter how much time has passed, it doesn't matter, the context, none of that matters. If you said it, you are just racist forever. Now obviously after he said that, people were going to check if he himself also had like a squeaky clean record, And guess what? He didn't. They found quite a few tweets where he said straight up racist and homophobic things. Here's a tweet where he just straight up uses the N-word for no real reason. Here's some tweets where he makes fun of gay people. And here's my favorite. If you like Mexico so much and cheer against the US, why the fuck don't you go back there? The funny thing here is the guy he's responding to didn't say anything about Mexico. Like, if he had said something like, I fucking hate the US, I wish I was still in Mexico. Okay. But the guy literally just posted the fucking score of a Germany versus US football game. And then Saltiest Gaming decided to attack him for being Mexican and tell him to go back to his country. That's just straight up racist, Like actually fucking racist, that's not okay. And he tried to weasel himself out of these tweets as well. People started tweeting them at him saying like, hey, isn't this you? Why are you, criticizing Fritanga for saying that shit like 6 years ago? You said all of this other shit. And he's like, no, that's Photoshop. That's Photoshop. Nice Photoshop, guys. It's really weird how you can claim it's Photoshopped when even now, like, he still hasn't deleted them. I can go onto Twitter right now and find these tweets in his account. Like, they're very obviously not Photoshopped. So very quickly it became clear that these tweets were in fact not fake and not Photoshopped. They were real, and a lot of Saltiest Gaming's friends and fans started to turn on him because, he'd lied to them about the tweets being fake. But instead of apologizing for the tweets and saying that he realizes he shouldn't have said those things years ago, he decided that he was going to try and shift the attention back onto Fritanga with this amazing tweet.
Again, the true scumbag Fritanga is sicking his thousands of beta cuck PCMR dudes to spam tweets to divert attention away from the fact that he's a bitch that gets no pussy, and clowns and others when he's alone. Literally said the N-word with the hard ER.
Now, I don't know if Saltiest Gaming thinks that his fans are all, like, soft in the head or something. First of all, the whole thing of, oh, he's a bitch who gets no pussy, what does that have to do with you saying racist and homophobic shit? Nothing. And also, with this tweet, you basically confirm to your already upset fans that the tweets were in fact real and not photoshopped, and you're still refusing to apologize for them, instead seeking to divert attention like you're claiming Fritanga is doing, but you're doing it, divert attention from yourself to Fritanga, a guy who already apologized for, saying the N-word and explained why he said it, which was apparently to test a profanity filter. But wow, what a fucking dumb way to try and like divert the attention back on Fritanga while also confirming to everybody that you're a fucking liar and a hypocrite. Like, genuinely, like, did your parents drop you as a fucking child, my guy? Honestly, if you were my child, I'd fucking drop you too.
I heard the true racists, and they dug through almost a decade of tweets, and this is all they could come up with, lol. My best friend growing up and my brother is black. We talk to each other like this. I don't anymore. I follow, support, and are friends with people of all colors.
I like how he tries to label the people who are attacking or criticizing him as being the true racists, and then uses the most stereotypical I'm not racist defense by saying, guys, my friends are black, so it's okay if I use the N-word. Like, come on, man. Shut the fuck up. And then he says like, oh, it's only a decade ago, you know, I don't talk like that anymore, I don't speak like that anymore. You literally just said in a different tweet that it doesn't matter how long ago it is that it was said, it's still racist. Come on, man. Like, at least be somewhat consistent. After this, we enter what I like to call the Joker arc, where he changes his profile picture to the Joker, which is really cringe, and started acting incredibly butthurt.
I grew up in a low-income neighborhood in school. This is how we talk to each other. I don't know. The other one was the US versus Mexico match and the Black History Month.
Oh yeah, he made tweets about Black History Month as well. I forgot to show those. Basically, he said that he thought it was bullshit.
The other tweets, which said that black people should be supported all year, not just 1 month.
Okay, so it doesn't matter where you grew up. Like, it's not okay for you to be racist. If anything, if you grew up with people of color, like a lot of them, shouldn't you know, like, how much it hurts them when people are racist? Also, I think you changed something in this tweet that makes one of the things you said a lot less bad. You said it was a US versus Mexico match. It wasn't. It was a Germany versus US match, and you decided to attack the person for their nationality, for being from Mexico. He didn't say anything about Mexico, you made it about the other guy's ethnicity. Okay? And then the thing about like, oh, I said this negative thing about Black History Month, but I also said these positive things. That's not how it works. Okay, you can't just say like, oh, I fucking hate all Jewish people, and then when people call you out for it, you're like, oh, but this other time I said bar mitzvahs were pretty cool. Like, shut up, dude. That's not how it works.
Now I need this to make sense. If I'm racist against black people and people of color, then why am I following a majority of black people and people of color and love and support their content? Please make it make sense. This will be my last tweet about this. If you can't accept this, then unfollow me.
That's a good question. Why do you follow mainly POC people if you're racist? Huh? What do you mean? I don't know, what do you want me to do with this information? I follow mostly black people, so I'm not racist for saying the N-word and telling Mexicans to go back to their country. Like, dude, that's not how this works. Also, unsurprisingly, this was not the last time he spoke on this situation. Also, in his livestream, he decided he was going to take a little segment to talk about how he got cancelled and like the whole situation around it, and he says some really interesting things, so I think we should take a listen.
Let me speak on the cancel culture shit. Someone in the chat saying I didn't address this stuff. All right, so when I said I got hacked, I deleted all my shit, okay? Use an app, right? So for the older stuff, right, it's like tweet delete or something like that.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. First, the tweets were fake, they were photoshopped. Then it was totally okay for him to say those things because he grew up in a poor neighborhood and, he has black friends. And now he was hacked. He had actually already deleted those tweets because he knew they were bad. But then someone hacked into his channel, into his Twitter account, and brought them back, which is impossible. You can't bring back deleted tweets. So he's lying again like a little bitch. I don't get it. Just fucking say you're sorry.
Because when I took over to do a YouTube channel, I was like, all the tweets, you know how many thousands of tweets people put out there? The thing is, I'm not saying, because when people brought up the tweets originally, it's been so long that I thought it was a Photoshop. I was like, what? And then I was like, well, maybe I did say those things. Because to give you a history on my background, I grew up in a low income school. And no matter what people want to joke on or comment on, my best friend and brother is black, okay? We did everything together. My favorite music is rap.
Guys, my favorite music is rap. I listen to Tupac, guys, so I'm not racist for saying the N-word. This is how logic works. This is how rational human beings behave. What a fucking retard.
Okay? So no matter what you guys say or don't say, the term that is used in that form or fashion, that's what you do with your friends, okay? For the good or the bad. So that's what it was.
Yeah, it's okay if you say those things around your friends who are cool with you saying that, but you set them on the internet where everybody can see them and a lot of people aren't going to be okay with you saying those things. Also, you attacked a Mexican dude for his ethnicity for no reason whatsoever. He tweeted something that had nothing to do with Mexico and you went after his ethnicity and told him to go the fuck back to Mexico. That's just racist. It has nothing to do with where you grew up or whatever.
Some people want to have a joke with it or whatever. But you know how long those tweets were from? 2014-ish? And people change no matter what. And I know what I am and what I'm not. But the cancel culture shit is interesting to me because there's a lot of people that I called friends or supporters that unfollowed me.
Yes, because you lied about the tweets being fake, refused to apologize, and what's that? You've changed? It was 14 years ago? I thought you literally said a couple weeks ago that it didn't matter. It didn't matter when you said it. You were still racist. At least try to
keep that same energy.
But in actuality, I didn't get one DM to ask me what the real story was. That's the problem.
Okay. Tell me, what's the real story? I am so curious how you're gonna try and spin this.
Right? Everybody wants to pile on a negative story. And what actually ends up happening is it ends up losing its importance from the term, right? When you call someone a racist or a transphobe or this or that, if you keep just using this term and calling people that aren't actually those things, then it's kind of like a car alarm on a car that goes off, right?
Okay, so he's not gonna tell us what the story is, unless he's saying that the story is I grew up in a poor neighborhood and I have black friends, which, even if that would explain it, you still said homophobic things as well? Do you have gay friends too, or like, what? Also, it's not misappropriating like the term or whatever. You are racist, or at least calling you racist is somewhat valid because you did say racist things. You also said homophobic things. It's not invalid to call you those. To call you racist. You said racist shit. I don't know what you want from me.
Right? If that shit happens every day, guess how many people give a fuck about it? Nobody does. Okay? So I'm a lot of things, right? I'm controversial for sure. There's a lot of Xbox dudes that hate me because of Xbox or whatever, but I am not a racist, okay? The things, and then when you call people a transphobe for playing a game, that's comedy to me. Because a lot of people, they support those things, but you won't go into that because it's just, let's cancel everybody.
My guy is literally sitting here, complaining about cancel culture, while what really happened is that he tried to cancel Fritanga and it backfired, and instead people started talking about the racist shit he said. The reason that happened, by the way, is that again, Fritanga apologized and explained. You just said, I'm not racist, I have black friends. I listened to Tupac. I'm not racist, guys. Guys, I'm not racist. I go to KFC at least twice a week. This is not how this works, okay? For a quote-unquote heart procedure, and it was gonna cost, I believe, $12,000 or something, but he closed the GoFundMe and cashed out at £565 so he could go and buy himself an Xbox. He committed fraud, essentially. He stole people's money that tried to support him because they thought he was having heart problems, and he stole their money so he could buy an Xbox. It's insane. There are a lot of other stories like this coming out. Apparently, a fan once donated $1,500 to him, and then Saltiest Gaming a week later demanded to be given the exact same money again, another $1,500, and when the fan told him, I don't have that kind of money, he blocked him. So, that's amazing. I'm sure we're gonna get more and more stories like that in the next week, next couple of weeks. And this guy's just gonna get completely fucking obliterated. He's gonna lose his entire fan base over this, I swear to God. But yeah, this is probably my last video ever on Saltiest Gaming. Maybe if this drama gets a bit more wild, I'll make another one, but probably not. So yeah, I don't know. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You know, it was fun making one last video on him. You know, for nostalgic reasons, I don't fucking know. Anyway, yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.